So the fact that Sewftss could play defensively won't be a huge problem, because there is not that much place where Sewftss can escape. So we will see why he did pick this stage, and maybe I'll understand further on the game. As we see on the start, already an even state, and Yuma is already dead, so that's a good task done from the Roy player. And now that Yuma is dead, he can be super aggressive, but he's already back, so the cooldown is not that high, but already Yuma against is dead, already 2 times in 30 seconds. And I do think that Sewftss really want to be patient and space the Roy out with his Luma, in order to force him to find other way to move around his character to find an opening. But at the moment he doesn't have any breathing room to make him able to have the stage control. It's Yannwatts that is getting the upper end with this forward tilt. Nice read of the roll, and he gets the lead right away. There is the up B that will rack up the percent as he wants to do, and now he knows that he can be patient and he doesn't need to rush. He's going to go in only at the moment where he knows that his hit will connect, and that he won't be hit back. As he didn't take, and this will be the stock for Sewftss, that he is trying to make this game even, but Yannwatts has not said his last word. He's going to put a bit more of pressure as he has killed the Luma. And Sewftss has a lot of trouble of getting the stage control. The most of the time is off stage, so Yannwatts is doing a really great job from putting him off, and maybe it's because of the choice of the stage. I mean, the stage is so much small that Yannwatts can do everything he wants and just put this Rosalina out of the way. And now he's trying to... You see, every time that Sewftss is trying to set up the Luma in order to force Yannwatts to go back and don't approach, every time Yannwatts is already on his face like a train and just don't let any time to Sewftss to pick up his pace. So for now, Yannwatts is going flat out and take this second stock in order to get a further lead in this first game of this best of 5. As Sewftss trying to find finally a potential edge guard, that was a nice down air that make already this game even. Sewftss is really doing a great job for the moment, and the winner of this set is not known, that's for sure. As we can see, Yannwatts playing really patiently, waiting for a mistake in the ledge, but Sewftss managed to reverse the position and make him able to have the stage control. As Yannwatts try to avoid the Luma, but you see, every time that Sewftss managed to put up his setup, Yannwatts has a lot of trouble to approach, and that was a nice forward smash, and this down air was really well fine. 2 down air that connected in this game, and Sewftss, by surprise, will find this first win set. I mean, from the start, Yannwatts was really convincing, but since this first down air, Sewftss managed to pick up the time to put every single setup, and Yannwatts didn't manage to get in, and Sewftss just take advantage of the linear recovery of Roy to take this third and final stock, which gave him the final game and the first the win in this first game. Sorry. As they are about to go on Town and City, and this time Yannwatts is picking another playstyle, I think, because it's probably one of the best stages as Roy, but there is the fact that the stage is way more bigger, one of the biggest stages in terms of surfaces, but in terms of blast zone, this is one of the closest blast zone of the game, except the down below. So he can kill pretty early on the side platform if he wants and manage to put Sewftss out there. But in the other side, Sewftss will have way more time to breathe and setting up his Luma, like I said, in order to find the setup that he needs to rack up his combo %. As Yannwatts try to let's trap the Rosa, but again getting reversed by a roll that reversed completely the stage control, and every time gave him the neutral win. As he's trying to put him out with this down air, Sewftss is doing a pretty good job for the moment. He's really convincing us in a way where he shows us that he can go in winner final actually. And Yannwatts still has a lot of job as he is getting propulsed out of this stage, and the down air won't connect, but will be enough in order to cancel the up B of the Roy player and make his death a sure one. As Sewftss is leading and cruising on his way with his ship, with his starship, should I say, he has a full stock lead, and now Yannwatts really needs to do the job. And like the side B will do the job there. And the thing that I like from Sewftss is the fact that when he's getting really oppressed by Yannwatts when he's in disadvantage, is to do a little nair with his Luma that is on the way of Yannwatts in his advantage, and just make him able to stop and be back in neutral. As they are back on neutral in Town and City, this is Yannwatts that will be able to find this first aerial and maybe able to find the ledge trap, but Sewftss managed with an aggressive one to come back with the stage control, as this game is super close. They are completely even. For the moment, Yannwatts has a bit of trouble getting the stage control back, and Sewftss maintaining the Roy player out. He tried to two-frame Yannwatts with a tilt, but it didn't came fast enough and will be punished there. And the 4 are there on this platform, will certainly kill. And there is finally a lead for Yannwatts that is making his hope alive, and Sewftss is getting a big pressure on the offstage. But Rosalina has a better recovery than Roy, and this wasn't a really good DI, I think, but really good option from Sewftss that managed to make this game even. And like I said, I wanted to say the fact that Rosalina had a way more better recovery than Roy, for sure. And Yannwatts is coming to be super aggressive, killing the Luma in order to limit the possibility of Rosa there. And now we may see an nice upper from Sewftss in order to get off Yannwatts off this position in order to come back easily, smoothly, and don't get too framed by this fire sword that has been charged up. And we're back in neutral. Sewftss has a little deficit, but Yannwatts may be able to find this ledge trap and will catch the jump with the nair, but it won't do the job yet. As the Luma saved the Rosa there, and maybe Sewftss can come back on this one. The gap is not that big, and Yannwatts has some trouble to find the opening, but as I said that, he finally find it with the forward tilt and managed to take this stock. So Yannwatts coming back pretty strongly. And there is this is 1-1, and we're back on even. There is a best of 3 that is launched right now. 3 games left maximum. So we'll see how it will go, and now we are back in another stage. We are on Final Destination, so the stage is smaller again, so more possibility for Yannwatts to get aggressive, but as we see, maybe it will help Sewftss too, because he won in Smashville actually, so you never know. As Yannwatts trying to be super aggressive with his couple of fire, try to find a down air there, maybe again. Oh, he went way too far with his ledge trump and he dies in an unfortunate way. And Sewftss is already with a big lead. Even if Yannwatts looks stronger in the start of this game, finally it came back, it fired back to him, so he lost the stock really unfortunate way, like I said. And for now, Sewftss just need to keep this lead and rack up the percent in order to put pressure on Yannwatts. Yannwatts was take a really good big risk by coming with a recovery with this up B above the ledge, but he finally come back and Sewftss couldn't punish that. As we can see, Yannwatts trying to juggle the Rosa player. He's putting her off stage, and the upper again from Sewftss that is going through the stage will make him able to force Yannwatts to stop trying to ledge trap him in the way that he's doing, which is to just stay on the ledge and prepare an aerial or a charge neutral B. And as I said that, Yannwatts just find the first stock of the Rosa player and put a lot of percent, won't find the last forwarder, and Sewftss will be able to come back, but without the Luma. So for the moment, he's going to be very patient and just wait that Luma come back and avoid the attacks that Yannwatts is proposing to us. As Luma dies again, Yannwatts try to find the Dancing Blade in order to find the stock, but he is at 120%, so Sewftss just really need to get this stage control back, because it has been such a long time that he's off the stage and like in a lot of ledge position. But Yannwatts is doing a lot of mistake every time he tries to ledge from his opponent. Like he has done everything right, and at the last moment he tried to do a ledge from, and he doesn't even take the time to see if his opponent gets off the ledge. He just go for an aerial that is unsafe and can't recover from that because he's way too aggressive. But for the moment, Yannwatts is coming back really strongly and try to make this game not a loss. That would be really unfortunate. The key word for Yannwatts in this game would be unfortunate, because he lost his two stock really quickly, and the most majority because of himself. So we will see if Sewftss just can take advantage of that, as he's putting him in a disadvantage position. But the roles are reversed at the moment, and Yannwatts try to find the neutral B, but Sewftss can come back easily, and he's trying again to put Yannwatts away with this upper, but now Yannwatts know and just shield it before trying to find a ledge trap, and the forward hit there will put Rosa in a bad situation. Maybe the down, maybe the neutral B. No, it won't find that. The grab won't touch actually, and Sewftss again really patient in order to get Luma back. And oh my god, I didn't know who has been sent to the space, but both of them are really close, and we don't know who would win at all. So Yannwatts may be able to find a ledge trap. Luma will be thrown out of the way, and again exactly the same situation. The up throw won't kill there, not enough percent. And now the forward there for the first time, for one of the first time in this set, Sewftss is aggressive when he come back, and it surprised Yannwatts that is trying to come back, but this down air will end it. This is a magnificent game and a magnificent set that we are seeing right now. And there is a 2-1 for Sewftss that may be able to do a huge upset by beating Yannwatts. We know that Yannwatts came back just from not that long, but it would still be a surprise, because Sewftss, I never heard of his name, and he's surprising Me, by his way of playing, is really passionate, and when he needs to be aggressive and find the straight hit that he needs, he managed to find out. That's just only black point that I will put it on this second game is the fact that Yannwatts lost 2 stock really badly in a really bad fashion with these ledge time that are way too much aggressive. He just need to calm down with it, and if he could manage to not lose stock like that, have better chance to beat Sewftss. As we are back in Final Destination, we take the same, and here we go again. As Yannwatts already, as always, put a lot of pressure right away, right at the start, jumping like a lion on his opponent and don't let him going out. But Sewftss managed to answer back with this nice jab with the help of Luma in order to put some percent. Dancing Blade rating up that will juggle his adversary but won't do the job in order to overextend his advantage. Luma may be out. No, he can't. He managed to come back. Yannwatts need to pay attention because he's between 2 characters at the moment and can get smashed, and he managed to be out of the situation and take Luma out of the way. As Sewftss, as always, trying to be really patient as he's coming back and find his turn in order to ledge trap his opponent, but the Dancing Blade will catch the landing, and maybe Yannwatts will be aggressive in his approach, but no, he did, but this forwarder won't touch as Sewftss did a really nice mix-up and recovery up. But the down air he will 2-frame and gave a huge lead from Yannwatts, probably the biggest one that he has from the start of this set. This set is pretty hype, as we can see that Yannwatts is down 1 game but he's coming back slowly. The down smash is doing a lot from Sewftss in order to put the percent that he really that is required in order to make his stock an end. And for the moment we're playing really passionately. Sewftss knows that Yannwatts is going to approach. He's a really aggressive opponent, so he just can wait for him and do the right option in order to counter his one. As we can see, Yannwatts trying to find an area to get rid of the Luma, and Sewftss playing a lot with the Luma in order to make Yannwatts in a sandwich position where he can get either from one character or the other. And at the moment he's at 164% and he tried to find the upper but it won't do the job, but the up smash will cover 2 different options and will cover the right one and make him an even game. As we can see, Yannwatts being aggressive again on the ledge and getting rid of the Luma. It's super important in order to not get trapped by him. That's a really nice job there. That will actually put Yannwatts in a edge guard situation, and now in a ledge trap. Again, he's between the 2 characters. And the Dancing Blade will do the job and will kill at 70%. Super low percentage, but they were on the ledge of this stage, so it's clear that they were really near from the blast zone, so that's logical. And Yannwatts has now a pretty huge lead, so when he managed to not get killed easily, he just can put a lot of pressure on Sewftss, and like, yeah, the 90% of this two last game was the fact that Sewftss is on the ledge or in a recovery position where he just need to be patient. 90% of this last 2 games was just that. Sewftss trying to come back from the pressure of Yannwatts, so Yannwatts clearly has the upper hand even if he lost the last game. As Yannwatts putting a lot of version, he's still not dead, still 2 stock in the count, so... But Sewftss is going to borrow some money and take this stock from the bank, as it puts them at an even state in terms of stock, but there will still some person that will be needed for Sewftss in order to come back. As Yannwatts again trying to get this down air, is really aggressive, but even like that, the frame data from Roy is that good that Sewftss cannot find any opening at the moment, or really hardly. He's forced to space Roy out, beside the fact that he has a sword, even in the fact if he has a sword. And now Yannwatts is trying to get out of the ledge and maybe get rid of the stock. Sewftss again in the same position as usual in this recovery state, as he tried to get up and get out of the way. Nice up air in order to put Yannwatts off this ledge, but this jump will be caught by this back air. Really nice situation for Yannwatts. Yannwatts is really good in his ledge trap position. Like every time he knows what his opponent is going to do, and even if he's wrong, he still has good enough frame data to catch his opponent on the way. And there is a 2-2, so this is the last game in this tense set that will wrap it up, the winner semi-final, and we will finally see who will join Hugo in winner final that is patiently waiting. And again, for the third time in this set, we are back in final session. Sewftss still thinks that this is the right stage to go on in order to beat Yannwatts, and Yannwatts is, I think, is happy with this choice and will try to put the same show that he has put in the previous game. As Sewftss is trying to slide to the ledge, he's getting punished on his option of the ledge with the jab back air that will make an end to his first stock super early, and Yannwatts taking the upper hands from a mize. Like, I mean, Yannwatts had a lot of trouble in the first two games. It was really close, even in the third one. But from the fourth game, he was really impressive and has done everything right. Get the right option at the right moment and managed to get this stock in a pretty easily fashion. It looks easy, but I can promise you it's not. As we can see, the attempt of up smash that was really well tempted by Sewftss, but won't connect. But like, yeah, this back air will surely make an end to his stock, and we are back on an even state with the stock count. As Yannwatts is trying to put up a down air, but it won't find his way. And Luma really need to help Rosa in this situation in order to get back on stage and in a stage control position. Because for the moment, like, if we had some stats, I'm sure that the stage control percentage there would be like 90% for Yannwatts, clearly. As I'm saying that, Sewftss finally managed to come back on stage, but is already locked in the side, but managed to come back in a very aggressive fashion. The down smash will put Yannwatts off stage, and now the ledge trap really nicely done with this down smash. And Yannwatts with a really aggressive recovery and a really aggressive back air will still have this full stock lead. As Sewftss really need to get rid of this stock if he wants to maintain his chance to go in winner final, which would be a huge win in his career. So we will see how it will go. But Yannwatts is giving everything in order to make his lead even bigger. And Sewftss still needs to find these last glimmers of hope that he needs in order to come back. As Yannwatts is really aggressive in his approach, this side B will do the job, and there it is. This is the end of this set. 3-2 for Yannwatts. A really interesting one. It was really good, actually. This player played in two really different fashions.